Sister Sophia, it is so nice of you to join us in this video of enlightenment.
Brother Matthew, it is truly nice to see you. It has been a while.
We would like to welcome everyone to our channel. This is the Present Moment channel of enlightenment. My name is Brother Matthew, Gnosis of the Light. With me is my beautiful sister Sophia, a sister of the light. The knowledge we will be sharing on this channel rightfully belongs to you. This is the true knowledge of oneself. There are missing links that was lost in time is now resurfacing for mankind. To help understand this knowledge of truth, I will serve it like baby food so we can digest it easier. Then when the meat comes you will be ready. To understand our channel better is to know and recognize that we are bound to our universe through duality, which there is no escape from. Only through the knowledge of oneself. Our human form contains the body and the mind. One cannot exist without the other. One is seen and one is unseen. When the body and the mind formed together, you, my brothers and sisters, were created. The true treasures of the earth. We are here as co-creators to observe, experience and participate in the beautiful creation of ours. Consciousness, this divine intelligence that lives in all, is the painter, the paintbrush and the painting all in one. So consciousness created itself to experience itself. Through our creations it is consciousness informing itself. Let's begin. Well, today we are going to go over the 12 divine universal laws of nature. I hope this will give everyone a little bit more clearer understanding. To know these universal laws is to take the first step of enlightenment.
I am excited. I remember when I first started practicing spiritual enlightenment. It was tough in the beginning. What helped me was meditation and learning what was truly the present moment in thought.
Very true. The present moment is where everything is created. So it is wise to keep thought there also. In our next video it will be all about the present moment. So we will start off today with the first universal law of divine oneness.
Number 1, law of divine oneness. I know this law. This is the law where we are one being with the divine intelligence that lives inside of all of us.
That is absolutely correct. In our duality universe, we want to learn how to become one with the divine that lives inside of us. This type of work is for those who are ready for their journey to begin. Others say this stuff is too far out there to understand.
I can relate to that. In the beginning of my journey it was difficult. I felt that it was far out there. Although to understand something sometimes you must feel it.
Yes. Now the second universal law is the law of vibration. This states that everything is in motion. Can you imagine how fast we are vibrating? We are vibrating so fast that we look totally still from eyesight. This law is how you are feeling within ourselves. See, with the new study of epigenetics we now understand that we are not victims of our genes. It is the environment around us that our genes are controlled by. Dr. Bruce Lipton, through his discovery in the 1970s, has confirmed this through many controlled experiments.
Number 2, law of vibration. I know Dr. Lipton. He is a humanitarian, a biologist and a divine spirit who is also a great teacher. I would love to sit down and have a nice conversation with him.
I strongly agree. He is a great man. Not to mention, through his years of hard work and trial and error, his work will go down into history. Knowledge is the key to success. So on that note, the third universal law is the law of correspondence. This universal law is directly related to the foundational law of oneness. This law is about the patterns that go on in your life and your thoughts.
Number 3, law of correspondence. Patterns. That is right. Through meditation it is much easier to keep track of my thoughts and the pattern of thinking.
That is true. So we are now at the fourth universal law of nature. This law is the law of attraction. This is the law that a lot of people are talking about. Although, most people do not know what the law of attraction is or how to access the things they desire. For beginners, like attracts like. In our universe we get what we are, not what we want. Our vibration, which is our feelings, plays a big and fundamental part in the law of attraction. We must align our vibration to mock the vibration of what we desire.
Number 4, law of attraction. Don't forget that we must put action into it too. The desires we desire will not just come to us, we must do our part too.
I agree with you 100%. That's why the fifth universal law is the law of inspired action. While the law of attraction is about vibrationally aligning yourself with whatever it is you want, the law of inspired action is about taking, you guessed it, action in order to bring what you want to fruition. So, you can certainly create vision boards. Taking physical steps to move yourself closer to your vision is much more crucial. Even, and perhaps, especially, if you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone to do so.
Number 5 Law of inspired action. That is a red flag for me, being aware when I am in my comfort zone. When we are in our comfort zone vibration, the universe will see that we are content and we will not experience any growth. Quick question.
Yes, of course.
I am curious as the sixth universal law, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Number 6 Law of perpetual transmutation of energy.
Very well done, Sister Sophia. Yes, it is. This law means that even the smallest action can have a profound effect. Like the seed of a mighty tree holds all its promise in its tiny shell, you also have the power within you to move mountains. Which means that the mountain could be a big problem of some sort that keeps you from moving forward in life. Speaking of moving forward, let's go over the universal law number 7. This is the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect, also known as the law of karma, states that any action causes a reaction. Whatever you put out, good or bad, you will get it right back. To harness the power of this law, be aware of how your actions and decisions are affecting not just yourself but everyone around you, and focus on dismissing negative energy in favor of positive.
Number 7 Law of cause and effect.
The law of compensation is set at number 8. This law of compensation is about reaping what you sow. It instills trust in us that we will be compensated for our work as long as we're open to receiving it in all the many ways that the universe can deliver.
Number 8 Law of compensation.
Now the universal law number 9 is the law of relativity. Nothing and no one is inherently good or bad. Everything is a spectrum of expression, and there is more than one perspective on any situation or challenge. In other words, we are the ones who assign meaning to things, so we can choose to regard things as bad, or, alternatively, as happening in our favor.
Number 9 Law of relativity.
Law of polarity. This means everything in the universe has a polar opposite. If there's an up, there's a down. If there's light, there's dark. One cannot exist without the other. Experiencing these polarities is part of the human experience, and that they also help us learn from our mistakes and support us in identifying what we don't want, so we can gain clarity surrounding what we do want.
Number 10 Law of polarities. Here is a key secret that belongs to every human being on earth. So we live in a polarity universe, right?
Right.
So one can only be created through its opposite. This formula works with everything that has an opposite. A man and another man, together cannot create another human being. Same rules applies to two females also because they are equal in nature. In order to create another human being, you will need both opposites, a man and a woman. This applies for everything. Thoughts, economies and analogies. Here is an example. In order to create a happy rich person can only be created through a sad poor person. We cannot create a rich person while they're rich, they already are rich. Or happy when they are happy already. But if I make a poor person rich at the same time, they will become super happy and they will truly appreciate every dollar they received.
Sister Sophia, I was at awe when I first heard this, that only your opposite can create through you, not your equal. We always known that about ourselves as human beings. But I did not know that it applies for everything in our universe, including the unseen. So we have two universal laws left. The next law, law of perpetual motion number 11. The law of perpetual motion tells us that everything is forever changing in the world and our job is to embrace the ride. If life is tough and challenging, know that it will change at some point. If everything is peachy, then savor the moment, but don't try to make it last beyond the natural order of things. Each stage of life has tremendous gifts to offers and benefits.
Number 11 Law of perpetual motion. I like benefits and gifts. That is one reason why I trained my brain to just enjoy the ride and do not hold on to anything. I come to find out it is much easier not to try to control the world, and it feels natural.
Last but not least, the 12th law is law of gender. The law of giving and receiving. Energies of giving and receiving operate within all of us, and in order to create flow, they need to be in balance. To work with this law is to recognize where in your life the balance between giving and receiving is off. You have to allow both sides in you to have their say and get their way.
Number 12 Law of gender.
So we went over the 12 universal laws together in this video today. These laws are fundamental for spiritual growth and attaining success in our lives. Once you start applying these 12 laws to your life, they will become second nature. That will conclude our video today. This channel is for spiritual growth, truth, and for lost information that was taken, given, or stolen from us in our history. Look out for our next video. It will be all about the present moment, how to train our brains to focus and strengthen our awareness. Energy flows where focus goes. Please like and subscribe. Remember this: you are truly and preciously important. There are powers in you that are beyond measure. This channel is dedicated to all my brothers and sisters of the world who is ready for change in their lives. There is a divine intelligence waiting for you to find itself. Remember, know thyself and thyself will know you.